Hello, inner tubes. I'm Juicy Jones. This is JuicyJonesHQ, and welcome to the show. Right now, I don't know if you've heard of it, but there's a new size of battery, and iJoy has a new mod out and a new tank too to go with it. A whole line of stuff called the Captain. It's piracy, arr matey, and we're gonna unlock or open up this stuff. I just got it in the mail. Let me show it to you on the desk. Arr, the iJoy Captain PD270 and Captain Subohm Tank. Arr, we're going to open it up. And we're also going to use a bunch of these RDAs on it. And I'm going to show you my own batteries. Plus, we're going to talk about 2700 batteries. So I hope everybody out there is having a great day. There's just a few things I could tell you guys before we go on. I made a tiny list. First of all, Sadie's doing fine. A lot of people have asked about my cute dog, Sadie, and she's the cutest dog in the world, and I love her dearly. And she had a bad spinal injury recently, and she's recovering. It's been about a month. I think she's going to need about 5 more months. And she has almost all of the use of her back legs back and stuff, and she can pee and poop on her own. So thanks to everybody who's asked about her. I love all you guys, and thank you. Second, don't forget to click or to join us on Facebook. Someone reminded me about this today. We're on Facebook at Facebook.com/groups/Juicy Jones. Find us there. And also, if you don't already, follow me on Instagram, Instagram.com/Juicy Jones. I have a fancy graphic for that here somewhere, but I don't want to play it. Also, what else? That's that. So, everybody out there in the live chat, I hope you're having a great day. I want to thank iJoy for sending this stuff to us to open up, and for because of all of my interest. I've been so interested in this. I should tell you guys just a few things. 2700 batteries are a new size of battery. This is a result of a lot of the research that's gone into new car batteries by, for example, Tesla, and because 18650s are getting old in the tooth. And you guys know how tempestuous and difficult it is to find good, reliable, well-made 18650s that are what they say they are. HB4s and HT2s are still good, but these batteries are only a little bit larger than your current 18650s, which I have one right here. And we're talking about 2 millimeters in diameter but larger, and only 10 millimeters longer. So this is 18 millimeters in diameter and 650 millimeters long. This is 20 millimeters in diameter and 700 millimeters long. Not a huge difference. Not at all. I'm going to raise up the mic a little bit. So that's what's going on right now, is that battery technology is making a shift into these sizes, and humongous factories have been built in Las Vegas and soon in Germany to manufacture these things. So the market is about to be flooded with a lot of these, good and bad. And I want to let you guys know that there's reviews for these batteries. I'm sorry, not reviews, but evaluations, tests of all these batteries on Electronic Cigarette Forum by Battery Mooch. And Battery Mooch is a friend of the show. Love him. He's also on tasteyourjuice.com, which is Phil Basardo's website. But there's a link down in the description, right down there, of this video that'll link you right to all of Mooch's current battery reviews, so you can look up your own. And you can also look up the reviews for these batteries that we're looking at today. The ones we're looking at today are the iJoy 2700s and the Sanyo L 2700A model that I purchased based on Mooch's review, actually. And let me check down there and just make sure that this, and Battery Mooch is a friend of the show. Look, I need you to stop that. And just make sure that I got that link in there. Yes, I do. Mooch battery test. I also have a video for you to watch. The link is in the description right here, and it's called Nova, Search for the Super Battery. This is a documentary produced by Nova, the public television broadcasting documentary people here in the United States. And it is a great documentary that will show you everything you ever wanted to know about the kinds of batteries we use for vaping. It isn't a documentary for vaping, but it'll inform you about the batteries we use and some of the dangers and limits and how they fail, and also what's happening with the new sizes. And the 2700 size is the implicit thing that they're talking about in there. So click on that down there. It's on YouTube. Watch it. And I hope you really enjoy that. You're going to learn a lot about batteries if you watch that. Also, don't forget that iJoy is giving away a 2700 Captain PD270 over on Instagram. So click on the link in the bio and go enter that giveaway on Instagram. iJoy is awesome. And also, you can get your own iJoy. You can get your own Captain with the link that I put right down into the description. And also, a lot of people asked me about little kinds of stuff that we use around here, like my nice Ganger swan scissors, embroidery scissors, and the little case that I use for here, and my ultrasonic and stuff like that. So I put some links to those in the description down there for you guys. So click on those if you want to, and you can see just some of the stuff I use around here. And okay, so let me just get down on the table and start opening this stuff. I've got my vape nut stand on here. This thing has cool little grommets that let you hold RDAs, and so I love this little thing. I use it for every video. But anyway, we're going to put a bunch of these things on this thing right here. One of the things that they claim is awesome about this is that it's got a 32mm top and that it accepts large RDAs. Oh my God, by the way, there's a card that just came up. Almost forgot to tell you, there's a card that came up here a second ago that is a link to the cool video I made. Everybody go and watch that video and tell me if you like it or not. It's the little iJoy Captain promo video. I'm just a dork and I thought it was cool. And share it with your friends if you think it's cool. Please, because I did. And it's the one that's like got the pirate thing, and I worked hard on that. I spent a whole freaking day on that. Anyway, I hope you dig it. But I am dying to open this stuff up, dying to open it up, because I've been waiting all millennia. Ever since I heard about these batteries, I've wanted a mainstream 2700 mod to present to you guys, and iJoy has delivered. They're the first mainstream affordable mod maker to do this. The mods are about $70. And this new tank, I'm not sure what the price is. I think it's about $35, but don't quote me on that. I'm so sorry. I didn't get a link for the tank. I just got a link for the mod. The truth is I was expecting a kit, and it's my fault. And so I have to just fix the links after the show. So this is the plastic I'm trying to get off here. I love getting the plastic off, because finally they look better on screen as well. I'm just going to get rid of that. And these actually have a nice little pull tab that I could have used. I'm just knife happy. I don't know about you. All of you out there are knife happy. Don't try to lie. And besides, this thing isn't being friendly anyway. It's gonna require the knife. I want the knife, please. Oh, I made you knock it over. Oh, I'm so excited. So, I feel like a kid at Christmas. They gave me something to do. All right. Oh yeah. All right, I am pretty excited. Let's open up the Subohm tank first, because the truth is the Subohm tank is only a clearomizer, so this is going to be pretty easy to get through. And then, because we don't have to build anything. So this is their new clearomizer. It's called the Captain Subohm Tank, and the cool thing about this is supposed to be that it has push-in coils. They're made without threads. And so it looks pretty darn cool. I'm going to increase the magnification on this because I'm not crazy. And then I think I'm going to actually put it on manual focus. Wouldn't that be easier? What do you guys think? There's our zone, because I'm in the light. Okay. It looks good. I actually like the way this looks. iJoy is actually putting in some good drip tips. I need to see if this is Kennedy compatible. Or iJoy kind of did something weird recently. They sent the RDTA box with a drip tip that was custom size, which is just really strange. It's got humongous air holes, or liquid control holes in there, and humongous dual Cyclops air flow in the bottom. And there it is right there. The bottom comes clean off. And this wow, that just pulls out. Okay, well, it looks like you can pull this off while you're vaping, which is cool, and change the coil. It's got one O-ring here, and then another one here. So it is actually technically dual O-ring. This is basically just a chimney. Goes just in the chimney. It's actually pretty simple what they've done here, which is impressive. And it has another insulator. And okay, so we're going to use this in a second. It doesn't click here. It's got a large bore size drip tip, but it chimneys down to a regular 510 size like you'd see, but it's large. And it looks good. And if in the chat, you guys tell me what you think. If you're watching this on a replay, tell me what you think. ask questions, because we'll do a real review of this later. And pretty soon we'll be vaping on this thing. You know how I feel is that a lot of air, I don't really know if I care so much, but the flavor has to be there. And if the flavor's there, I'm down. One thing I want to do is, let's get out the measuring stick and measure it, because I always do that. This is nothing fancy, it's just my nice, cheapo caliper. And I've got 25 millimeters on that. So, not huge, not small though. Same size as the TFE8 V tank. Looks good. Okay, so in the box is a spare coil, glass, O-rings, and a vape band. And you know what? We need to make sure that we're looking at what these coils are too. So we'll take the other one out. This says 0.15, 60 to 120 watts. So, good to know. And this unscrews really nicely, actually. It's kind of easy. 0.3, 60 to 80 watts. So, I'm actually probably going to prefer this. Everybody out there in chat, everybody out there in internet land, if you just tuned in, I'm Juicy Jones, and we're unboxing the iJoy the iJoy Captain PD270 mod and the new iJoy Captain Subohm Tank. It's a clearomizer. That's a lot of metal right there. So I think this thing holds 4 mils. And this is 0.3, this is 0.15. Did I get that right? Yeah. So we're going to need both of these. It comes with a cool vape band, which I'm always a fan of vape bands on these big tanks. And they gave me a cool color. And it also has a 510 adapter, which I appreciate, which we will put aside and use because you know how I feel about Petri 510s. I love them. The 510 adapter is also going to be extra useful. I'm sorry about the noise. This is not easy with rubber on rubber. Rubber on rubber! Come on now, Johnson. Damn it, punk. Okay. That was hard. Guys, that was hard. It wasn't that hard. And thank you, iJoy, for spare glass. They've always done that, so it's good. Or no, they didn't. They had to come on. They had to be embarrassed into doing it on the original Limitless, as I recall. Almost forgot. So, there it is, purple iJoy. Yeah. Get on in there. It's purple. Okay, setting this aside. It's going on the down there in the vape nut stand. And then there's the 510 adapter, which I will use. I'll close the knife. Now it's time for us to open the mod. This mod comes with battery, so the $70 price tag, and that may or may not come down or go up, I don't know. I believe that's the current price tag for pre-orders of this on Heaven Gifts. It comes with batteries. So this comes with one set of iJoy, what they claim is 40 amp, 3000 mAh batteries. And stressing the importance of you guys checking out Mooch reviews or Mooch evaluations for these is that these things are actually not labeled quite as well as it could be, but they're reliable batteries. That was at least his conclusion. And there's the box. It's got every disclaimer you can imagine on it. And another silly disclaimer about it containing nicotine. I think this might be a translation thing or it might be a TPD thing. I've heard both, but I don't dig it. Here it is, opening the box. Ding! It looks just like the outside of the box because it was a picture that looks just like this. And there it is. Oh, and it's pretty lightweight. I dig it. It feels a lot like these Spectrum type mods. It's got a great big button, which feels really good. Let's set it aside just for 1 second and I'll get the batteries out. Okay. That's good. It comes with a case for the batteries. Oh my God, this is really fantastic because I have actually been calling one of the things I put on my, oh no, this is the 18650 adapter and it's insulated with rubber. This is great. This is so you can use your 18650 batteries inside the mod until you get 2700s or if you get one that doesn't have them or even if you just want to swap them out. Looks like it intends for you to do this actually, but we'll read the manual before we use it. But this is better than I thought actually. I like the silicone feel of this. And it's got a little play for the battery, so it's fine. They're only, since it's only a couple of millimeters different, these adapters are going to work real nicely. That's cool. It's got USB for charging and firmware upgrading, I'm told. Here are the 2 cells that it comes with, and I'm going to charge these cells before I get them, but we're going to measure and see where they're at before we do that. And a couple of pieces of paper, warranty card and instruction manual. I'll keep the instruction manual out with us, but I'm going to put away the USB card and the warranty card and close it, and then go back to opening the batteries and putting them on the charger. We'll do that together, because I'm definitely going to be needing the adapter, the manual, and this right here. So in the box, you get 2 2700 batteries, 1 each for yourself. These are mine from Sanyo, and these are the ones from iJoy, which have really good wraps on them, actually, I can tell you that. It says sell from Japan right here. It says, okay, here's where their label's wrong, is that this says high rate 40 amp, and they're quite not. These are 30 amp batteries, but they are good 30 amp 3000 mAh batteries. That was the conclusion that Mooch came to from here. And I'm so sorry, but I had the autofocus turned off. But that was the conclusion that Mooch came to, is that these are 30 amp batteries, not 40 amp batteries. But the nice thing about 2700 batteries is that they generally, one of the things about them is that they're closer to the actual specs that they say. These are actually closer to the specs that we all desire and want in batteries. And there have been a lot of lies told about all of the batteries we bought from eFast and some other places. But these can generally give you the right kind of performance, and peak performance is even better. The peak performance of some of these batteries is unbelievable. So these aren't 30 amp, they're not 40 amp, they're 30 amp, but they are 30 amp and 3000 mAh, and they will last a long time. These are 30 amp, 3300 mAh solid, both of these actual measurements. I'm expecting better performance out of tanks that are running 0.15 factory coils, or my RTAs that are running 0.08 or 0.15. I'm expecting all those to have longer battery life and to vape cooler and safer. That's what's cool about this. So let me put these in the charger. And there's another cool thing about these batteries is that from what I've read, at least these Sanyo batteries can charge at 2 amps safely. And so I charge these at 1 amp, and they charge really fast. In fact, 1 second. I've got to put this on 1 amp. So I've set my charger on 1 amp each on those. It won't go to 2. But those will charge safely at 2 amps. And that's fast. That's fast as heck. So here are my batteries, larger than we'd expect. And here is the actual mod. It's carbon fibery, which is really cool. And let's do a tour of the whole thing. I'm going to un-autofocus so we get what we want. Is that it? It says iJoy right there. It's got a bottom door just like the Skellies and all that. I'm not a huge fan of doors like this. We have A and B. They're labeled A and B, positive and negative. So this is kind of cool if you label your batteries A and B. I could certainly do that. This side has negative out. That side has positive out, just like you're used to with every other mod ever. And Captain graphics on the back. Carbon fiber feel, which feels real good. It feels real good. Ooh, big screen, large button. It said no atomizer, 60.3 watts. It's got 2 normal buttons and a USB port right here. Love the huge button, super wide top, got no problem. Let's throw the EXO tank on here. This is from SigPet, which is another iJoy company. But the EXO tank is pretty large on here. The different modes are listed here. It has power, screen time, power, temperature controls TCR for you to set and reset your puff meter. It's got all your basic modes. these modes from iJoy are, I think, 5, 10, and 15%, or like 3, 5, and 8% higher, or it's hard and soft on this one. But you can set those, and yeah, there we go. It doesn't like this tank for some reason. I think when I cleaned it, somehow it didn't work. But what I really want to put on here is the Goon LP. I shouldn't have changed my mind. I did this earlier and I knew I wanted to put the LP on here. The LP has a 0.1 in it, and 60 watts isn't going to be enough. But it says that our batteries are full. There's the indicator right up there. I'm going to put this on about 120 watts. I don't want it that high, but that'll be okay. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. 3.97 volts. 1.6 second draw there. We're in power mode. So far, so good. It feels absolutely fantastic. Let's weigh it. With the batteries in it and no atomizers all together. Because I know you guys are always just as curious as I am about this kind of detail. And I want to know. There we go, 0. So, this thing comes in with the batteries in at 288.84, which is really good. It's really not as heavy as I thought it was going to be. It's reasonably heavy, but not that bad. For example, my iJoy, my Limitless box with the batteries in it. Love this box. Weighs 335.6. Just writing that down. That is heavy, and this is one of the heaviest things I've got too. It's real heavy. By contrast, the RDTA box, which is an all-in-one that's got almost 13 mils, is only 260.61. It's really light. So I'm writing that down. Not bad. And something really light, like this little guy, the Arctic Fox 9 Tails, which is a cool little 150 watt mod. I have to put batteries in it, sorry guys, with a little slidey door. So I'm going to batteryify this, and we'll see what this weighs. This one is one of my lighter mods, with one small flaw being it's a little bit tough to get the second battery in for some reason. Nice job, Juicy. There we go. Okay. And that one weighs 222, basically, 221.98. So most of these mods are lighter, but they don't offer... And these are some of my lighter mods, to be quite honest. These are the ones that I, except for the big LMC, I usually don't carry the large 3 battery mods that I've got, which I have quite a few of those, and all of those are heavy. So let's weigh it again with the 18650 batteries in it, with the adapter, which is going to be absolutely similar. In fact, I'm not going to do that right now because I haven't read the manual yet to figure out how to do that, and I don't want to do it on air because it's boring. I'll do it and do the review. But I can tell you it's going to be a little bit lighter. Maybe not significantly so, because the batteries aren't super much heavier and you're putting an adapter in too. So let's go back up to the top and vape on some stuff. So let me put my Goon LP back on this thing. And let me make sure that my chat window is up so I can talk to you guys about this. I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to go take some pictures. All these mods and tanks look good on this thing so far. Got no complaints about that. I can just try to get my... There we go. Everybody who's out there, I want to say hi. Hector, Double D's, Richard Case, Jack Dumont, Richard Case again, Owen, Stephanos, Josh, James, I can't read all the names, M's of course, and Eric, Leighton, Todd, Cosmic Gopher, Omar, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's so great to see everybody. I'm so sorry I couldn't talk to you directly, but I was busy opening this thing up. Now I'm busy hanging out and vaping on it. I tell you, the feeling. First of all, this thing feels great. I love the big thumb button. The big thumb button feels fantastic. Do I still have my desk cam? Yeah, there we go. The big thumb button feels fantastic. Gonna hide that. And I love the way that feels. It's only a tiny bit wider. The only reason it needs to be this wide is because they wanted to make it 30 millimeter compatible. And if you notice, you know, my largest tank by far has to be this TFE 12 that I've got, because I don't have a BFG or anything. But it's, I mean, it fits absolutely way the heck inside there, and it makes this Goon LP look small, which is 24. So that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, a person, thank you so much. You reminded me, juice up the new freaking tank. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? I forgot, thank you. Yeah, I knew I was forgetting something. So it's got convenient top fill. And it felt pretty good there, opening that up. That's all right. I'm going to use Delicious Eatin' Mess from Van Gogh Vapes, which is my favorite strawberry meringue vape ever. And this is actually all of this I have left. So I need to lean on them and ask them to send some more, or I might die. It feels like this is going really slow. Like, yeah, I'm squeezing. So my understanding is that this thing holds 4 mils of juice. I'm going to fill this up and I'm going to leave it for a second because I didn't do any kind of priming. And it's really important, if you don't prime, to make sure that you spend enough time waiting. We shouldn't see any leaking or anything like that, because that actually has a double O-ring on the inside. I really didn't need to have the vape band on, even though it was fun. Thanks so much, a person in chat reminding me to do this. That's so silly. It's like, hey, who does YouTube around here? I got so freakishly, mindlessly excited about the 2700 mods that I forgot. But this should be good. It's attractive. I know people want more and more air, so I'll be able to verify. I wish I could measure exactly how much it is. Double D's. Anyone got an Expire EXO? I have an EXO tank. Double D's. I do. I personally don't like it very much, but I could say specifically why. For me, it doesn't make a lot of sense. There's not any flavor, and you can't adjust the air. You can adjust the air with like a vape band, but I had to adjust it a lot. Okay. Look at that. This is an attractive combo, but it's covered in fingerprints now. Now that I've got my knobbies all over it. There's our big screen. And so this thing shows all the grease. Look at that. Yikes. I'm embarrassed. But this is going to happen to everybody. Looking good. Let's vape. I haven't done too many watts, but it's good. Oh, I'm going up instead of down. That was 149 watts, so since I didn't prime it, I'm going to go to 95. That tastes fantastic. I normally don't go for the big cloud atomizers, but I've got the airflow at about 50%. Usually I've got to crank them down so low I can't make the taste go. But I like that that's short and 4 mils, and that the taste is good. And this one is the 0.3 coil, so lower is going to be better for this. So about 95 watts is probably maybe a little too much. They probably want you to go to about 60 watts on this. Yeah, so we'll go to 69. Tastes good. Pretty good for one of the cloud tanks. I'm going to keep you guys posted about this. I think I'm going to use this for a few days and see what happens. I kind of secretly like clearamizers, but I always end up going back to my Conqueror, or I'm sorry, my Serpent RDTA. And I hate to say it, but this thing's becoming even more popular than my avocado in my house. But for a juice sucker, this one, that tastes good, not bad. So we're at 70 watts. Not bad. I should check to see what the actual coils recommend, and if anybody remembers, say it back to me. I am looking at the stuff, but this uses the new kinds of batteries, and as you can see, the new batteries are just like the old batteries. They're in the same kind of cylinder. It uses a similar kind of technology. These are just better and have better performance. This has 3300 mAh and 30 amps of continuous use, and it is what it says it is too. That's what's amazing about this. I'm so flippin' excited. So what you're going to see is you're going to see me using the crap out of this thing on Instagram and stuff. I want to remind everybody that there's links to the contest that iJoy is having. iJoy USA is having a contest to give one of these away. Click on the link in the bio if you want one of those things. There's also links if you want to get one of these. They're about $70-something at Heaven Gifts. It comes with the batteries though, and it's USB chargeable. Click on the link in my bio. And there's also, I wanted to remind everybody, people ask me all the time about just some of the stuff that we use around here, like my vape nut stand, which I don't have a link for, but also for my ultrasonic cleaner and my organizer and other stuff. So I put some links for those things down in my bio too for you guys. So yeah, that's pretty good. I just want to make sure I see how long we've been on air. About half an hour. That's good. So for everybody who just tuned in, I'm Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, JuicyJonesHQ, and this was the unboxing for the iJoy Captain PD270 2700 battery mod with 18650 adapter and the new Captain Subohm Tank, which I'm vaping on. And now we're in hangout time. Hangout time means I'm turning chat on. Boom! I'll leave the desk cam up. Why not? So we can see what's going on down there. Excuse me, how rude. Oh, somebody asked how the battery door is better than Pioneer for you, I hope. Yeah, it is. It is better, a lot better. It clicks in on the sides here instead of clicking in on the front, so it's much better. And time will tell, obviously, how that works. But I can tell you already that it's better than this. It's better than this one already, because this one only latches in on the front. And this one latches in from the sides. Better architecture. So far so good. It's got a matte finish on the front, which is kind of good. It's kind of like really good that it's matte finish, the whole thing, because it gets dirty real easy. There's something about this finish right here that just gets dirty. Like this has flaws and Mars on it, and there's no plastic covering it. So it came looking kind of dirty. Can y'all see that? Those marks? So I wish it were a little bit better than that. But I love the super clicky, huge power button. And I like the big display. That tastes great. I love eating mess so much. Wow. Humongous clouds. Not bad. We'll see how long they last and such. I mean, you know how it is with coils, guys. So these are the 0.3 coils, which ought to be a little bit lower wattage than the average ones. And I'm trying to find a link to the coils that come with it. Yeah. It comes with... Oh, this is the wrong thing. Okay, the iJoy Captain Tank. Captain Subohm Tank. I want the Captain RDTA. Okay, the coils that come with it are the 0.3, 60 to 80 watts, and the 0.15, 60 to 120. Okay, so we can go up to about 80 on here. See what they taste like. That's what they recommend. There we go. Good. Yeah, Michaela, there's no screen protectors. That's what I was saying, is that this doesn't have a screen protector on it. So I kind of am bummed. And I've gotten other things from iJoy with no protector on them. And that wasn't the screen side, that was the back side that I showed you. So, hey, Robert Miller. Hey, everybody who's out there. Everybody shout out, say hi, hi. Everybody's on the screen. You're on the screen forever. All right, Josh. I'm sorry you're working a double. Have a great night. Hey, Hector. I think the battery adapter does look pretty good because it's just a piece of metal inside silicon, but it also looks like something cheap enough so that it will be replaceable. But I think what'll happen is that you'll leave the battery protector in the thing. So let me get the manual, and it'll show how to use the battery protector. Okay, let's go to desk view here. So it says here in the manual, that's battery safety. That wasn't the page about the adapters. Well, I'm not sure which one's which. Power mode, temp mode, TCR mode, puff counter, standby mode, calibrate resistance, that's cool, upgrade operation, charging by USB, malfunction protection, PCB, warnings on the front. This just shows bad batteries. It doesn't say which batteries are the right batteries. You know, I think it doesn't matter. I think we go by the door. So I'm just trying to be safe, that's all. But yeah, it's written on the door what we should do. Positive here, negative here. And I just stuck that in there. Not too bad. We'll just see how much battery is left in these. Positive out. Negative out. Oh yeah, they fit. That's easy. Jesus. Yeah, and those batteries are almost dead, so I'm not going to be happy with this, but that works. Yeah, not bad. And then when that comes out, it sort of comes out about halfway or so. That's not bad. It isn't like your Superfly mod of the week, but that's actually a pretty good adapter. I like that it's silicone. That seems legit. And I'm going back to 2700 land. I really want, what I want more than anything in the entire world is a Noisy Cricket 2 that uses 2700 batteries. Wismec, I've told you what you need to do. You must do that, Wismec. You must give us a Noisy Cricket 2 that uses 2700 batteries. That'll be my favorite mod ever. So, this is pretty good. Someone's asking about buying from Chinese or whatever. I'll tell you what, Heaven Gifts down there, the link in the bio, they're Chinese, and I like them a lot, actually. So, and I buy stuff from Fast Tech. Don't buy from GearBest. That's my opinion. Your mileage may vary. Caveat emptor. That is chucking through the juice. So, we'll see how good or bad that is. But at 80 watts, it's working fine at 0.3. I'm going to lower the airflow a lot and put it down to like 60 watts. Let's see what happens. We'll just see what goes on here. All right. All right. And yeah, if you're on those Chinese vendors, buy authentic gear. Don't buy clones. Trust me on this. Don't buy clones. Okay, so I'm going down to about 60 watts. Like Heaven Gifts, like I said, is my favorite one. Fast Tech is my second favorite one. I like Heaven Gifts much better than Fast Tech because their customer service is better. But Fast Tech is pretty good too. Heaven Gifts shipping is a little bit faster, and Heaven Gifts has stuff faster. Yeah, so far too much air for me. But having said that, it was better at 80 watts. So I'm going back to 80. And it has a little accelerator. And I've got the airflow opened up all the way to halfway. The flavor is good. I don't love tanks that consume this much juice, but this one isn't as bad as the TFV12. And taste is good. Oh, Michaela says it whistles. That's lame. I'm sorry. Well, a person, I say that, I mean, the thing is, I am spending $70 on an authentic stuff. It's in my opinion, I've had a lot of clones and they just are never ever used. But I struggle what to use out of my authentics. All the stuff is authentic, and I always want to use them. I mean, that doesn't, except for stuff that's bad. I mean, plenty of stuff is bad, like the theorem or whatever. But oh, and I think I'm going to put the Troll V2 on here too. But clones are just not good. And it's because you might get something shaped the same roughly, but they're usually not made to any standard that's right. And one thing you may not have thought of is that they're almost always made out of the wrong materials, which is a pretty big deal. Oh, see you, Richard Case. It's great to see you. So here's 80 watts on the Goon, or the Troll RTA. The Troll RTA looks fucking great on this thing. It looks really great on this. Photos. Having said that, though, don't buy stuff out of your budget. If it's in your budget, get what you want. Duh. That's how it works, man. Dude, that's how it works. I need to crank this up way higher because it's the Troll RTA. Hey, Dana, great to see you. Captain PD270 and the new Captain Subohm Tank, which has cool coils that don't actually screw in. They just lock in. So it's fun. In fact, watch this. I'm going to take these out. You can just pop the bottom off, pull the coil out, and change it, and put it back in. So this is actually really useful. And you know what's really good about this too is putting this in the ultrasonic. You can pop this coil out, throw the whole thing in the ultrasonic, and then put the coil back in, and then you can change juice really easy. I actually love this design. It's a little bit it's a little bit large metal here, but and it's kind of hot, to be honest. But I tell you what I should do is I should try the other coil as well, right? Am I right? The other coil that I didn't keep out of the box like a genius. Here it is. This coil is 0.15. And says it goes up to 120 watts. So we'll just pop this off. I really like popping these coils out. And then I'll prime this. This is an octa coil, 4 duals. I'm using Van Gogh Vape's Eat and Mess. It's my favorite strawberry anything. I love it. It's strawberry meringue and ice cream and milk. Oh, a person. I'm so glad you got some tea. I'm only drinking water, if you can believe it. Shame on me. But I left my coffee in the other room because I'm stupid before I started the show. So, to recap for those of you who just joined us, this is the PD270 mod with the new 2700 batteries. The ones that came with it, the iJoy batteries, are over in the charger right now, and these are my personal ones. And this is the 18650 adapter. I call on iJoy to include a holder on this because it is USB chargeable, and that's good. But somebody needs to start making holders for these things. 0.17. So this one said 60 to 120 watts. So we're going to do about 60. And then we're going to go up to 90, then we're going to go up to 120, just to break it in a little bit. Okay. Let's go back to the top. I tell you guys, there's no screen protector on here. And, I mean, maybe there is. If there is, and it's indistinguishable from flat plastic, and I've seen a thing or two, I don't see them. So someone either, I mean, we'll see. Let's hope that they do. But you'll notice that it didn't look good. Yeah, that's not enough. 60, 90. Not bad. If there's screen protectors on there, they're asking me in the chat if the screen protectors are off. If the screen protectors are on there, then I'll just let them fall off. But I'm pretty sure there aren't. But if there are, good. Feels like there could be. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Well, it vapes. That's at 92 watts. Now let's go up to 120. And the batteries are still at full. I don't have any hardware test of this. Okay, 120 watts. Humongous, full, dense vape. I'm drowning. Tastes good. I'll need to put some different flavors in here, like some tiramisu and some cannoli and stuff like that. My Eatin' Mess is delicious, though. And don't forget that this battery, or that this mod, oops, I love you guys. I wasn't going to turn that back on just at this second there. Don't forget that this mod includes the batteries too. So they're in the charger as we speak, right over there. That's why it costs a little bit more than your average mod. I personally am not going to spend a lot of money on 18650 anything from now on. There's going to be a humongous supply of 2700 batteries on the market in the next couple of years. And that's where my eyeballs are. I'm looking at these mods using these batteries. And if you're making 18650 mods, I'm probably not interested at all. Or barely. It better be amazing. Because DNA 200's tried to get up the battery chain and do a little bit better job of giving us more reliable stuff. And the 2700 mods are basically the same state that we're in now, except they're safer and more reliable and just a little tiny bit bigger. Charge faster, last longer, work better. And a person says he leaves his screen protectors on, and I do the same thing. I always leave my screen protectors on. I rarely take them off. I need to put a whole bunch of these batteries in the charger, so I'm just going to leave them out. So that was the 0.3 coil. And it's got no screw. The coil's got, it doesn't screw. It just pops in and out. Do you guys see how easy it was to change that coil? I really love that, actually. So far, so good. I dig this thing. I'm going to vape it on super hot for a while here. It's good. Just so you know, iJoy's also got a mech version of this. It's a single 2700 with a tank that goes on top, which I wish they'd sent that too. That would be cool. I could check that out. Because my main problem with my current mech, my Rig V2, is I don't like the switch. This gets super hot, but the mod is not getting hot. It's getting medium. I dig it. 120 watts. And there's a little tiny gap on there. And I mean just minuscule. That's actually good for transferring heat. I'm sorry if it's noisy. I remember to mute that time. Michaela, you got the single battery mech version of this? I'm a firm believer in the 2700. Wow, we've gone through half that tank already. It's a 4 mil tank. And when I find out what the coils cost, I'll let you know. I like the non-threading. And the dual coil had pretty good flavor. I'll decide if I like the dual better than the single. The dual is pretty good, and it used a lot less juice. Even in just the last minute when we switched this 8 coil, it's crazy. All right. Okay, so we're about to hit our time limit here. I love all you guys. Let's stay here in chat, and I'll chat with you guys for a few more minutes. And otherwise, I got to go and turn off the video. You guys have a great day. I love iJoy. Thanks for sending this stuff for us to look at and review. I'm going to be doing a review of this stuff. Thanks to Heaven Gifts, too, for sending other stuff to review, and they're cool. And mostly, though, thanks to everybody who watches this show. I'm Juicy Jones. This is JuicyJonesHQ. You can find us at Facebook.com/groups/JuicyJones, or over at Instagram or here on YouTube at JuicyJonesHQ. Thanks a lot. And check out our other videos, and like and subscribe if you like these videos. And tell your friends. All right, I'm going to find my control, and we're going to vape out. Thanks and thanks and thanks.